brings me back onto sugar, alcohol and processed food. Okay, all of those are treated as a poison, by the way. Alcohol, and this is where I mentioned earlier, some things are going to be easy to take out of your diet and some of them aren't. But you've heard these before, okay? Sugar's very neat, spikes insulin. As soon as insulin is released, goodbye fat loss. Alcohol is stored in body fat, okay? It's very complicated carbohydrates, not broken down very well in the liver, so it freaks it out and it goes and stores it somewhere safe and slowly breaks it down. So well done, more fat right there. And processed food is actually a lot of poor nutrients, really, and as well as a lot of nutrients that, or chemicals that your body doesn't like. Preservatives, colouring, stabilizers, thickeners, you know, pesticides, herbicides, rodenticides, just the list goes on. And with processed food, and I'm talking about sort of like microwave meals and ready-made meals, they do pump them full a lot of preservatives, but also they're just if you cut open a vegetable, then as soon as it's exposed to oxygen, it oxidizes, okay, and a lot of goodness is lost. Well, a lot of these processed foods are cut into pieces, and they were cut into pieces, you know, days ago. So you've lost some of the essential vitamins and minerals, and they've been pumped full of preservatives. So processed foods are terrible for you because there's just really no nutrition in them. And I guarantee you, have a lot of processed food in a week, and you'll start getting spots, okay? Because your skin will start excreting all these preservatives, thickeners, stabilizers, and everything else that that are going through you. Next, exercise, okay? Type and amount. Your body, okay, just recognizes stress. It doesn't know the difference between being in the gym, watching a horror movie, nearly getting run over by a car, okay, shouting for your favorite football team because they scored a goal, okay? It doesn't know. It just responds to stress. So if you know your if you know your metabolic type, then you'll know what exercises your body is good for and responds to well. Okay, and there's certain questions that I ask you on my metabolic type assessment that help you focus on exactly what to do when you're in the gym, or what to do when you're outside, okay, or what to do when you're trying to burn calories. There's no point in a rugby player trying to train like a marathon runner, and there's no point in a marathon runner trying to train like a bodybuilder. Okay, it will just overly stress the body out because it's not built to move that way. And the same with the amount as well. Okay, some people train way too hard, way over the top, and it really puts a bad picture on everything, because unless you're super fit and you think you're training 5 times a week, you're not going to get results. And that's just crap. Okay, it depends really on your body type, okay, your exercise history, a lot of things, your age, you know, what condition you're in, what your food is like, obviously what your body is like, you know, are there any problems with it. But it's very easy to do exercises that work very well if you know what your body type responds best to. Okay, and if you exercise a lot, you need to rest a lot. So it's a balance. Okay, and then obviously metabolic typing helps you get that balance right. Actually, and if you do training the wrong way, you'll just overly stress the body, and you'll just get lots of stress hormone release instead of actually getting a lot of fat breakdown. Because if you get too much stress hormones, okay, insulin, cortisol, adrenaline, they're all about glucose release and no fat. Next, water. Okay, pretty simple, but a lot of you out there are still drinking tap water, and unfortunately tap water is treated just like processed food. Okay, it's full of heavy metals, it's got chlorine in it, it's just got a whole host of things that I've even read recently about estrogen being in water. Estrogen is just terrible for you. You know, obviously women know the benefit of estrogen, but it does make a heck of a lot of cellulite and fat. So it's made purely for babies, and it's only supposed to be released at certain times. So why are you drinking it? So that's a bit of a giveaway. You know, don't overdo milk either. But obviously, you know, try and get as much fresh water in as you can. And artesian spring water is the best water because it hasn't had any light, and it's been underground, and it's naturally filtered through the rock. So it's quite hard to get that. But you know, stick to your Vital and your Evian and good bottled water, okay, so that from a trusted source, so that you know it's actually got lots of electrolytes in it. It's been naturally filtered through the rock, and it hasn't been treated with all kinds of crap. Excuse my French. And last but not least, I'm really whizzing through these so that this isn't too long and boring you, but breathing, okay, because it relates to the way you relax. Now, if you again, this might seem silly, okay, but people are sitting out there with high body fat levels and they can't break it down, and it's because their body still thinks they're stressed, even when they're perhaps relaxing. Okay, if you don't breathe fully and deeply, then you're going to struggle to actually switch on fat burning. Okay, fat burning, by the way, is more of a relaxation type process rather than let's go to the gym and burn fat. Yes, you burn calories. You don't hear about burning fat in the gym, okay, which is why you don't have to do it, all the time. But try and have a strong metabolism by doing the right type of activity for your body. But it's actually something that you burn afterwards, okay, when your body has time to slow down and it calms down. Okay, so I hope this message is coming across. You've got to get this stress cycle right, and if you don't, and there's so many different aspects to it, then you're just going to stay in this zone where fat isn't an option for you. Okay, you can find out this and more at my website, companies.2/metabolic typing assessment, and you can join that page. It's a free Facebook page, and you can get regular updates and things from me there. Thanks very much.